and things escalate very quickly.
Or did Floyd get on FaceTime with me?
I don't know how it went.
No, I'm just
I don't
kidding.
know how it
Yeah,
went.
he was calling for me. He was calling for me everywhere, you know, saying, where's Bill, where's Bill? You know, putting up a missing thing that I was missing or something.
Bill, is me and your ultimate goal is to help our kids go to the next level, or is our ultimate goal is for us to go against each other? You tell me.
I don't know. I mean, are you helping your kids? I don't know. You know what? You can see my work. You can see my work. You see what I do. You dig? You come up in there with that slow drag talking about that 50 and 0 under the lights. Nigga, fuck the lights, nigga, and that 50.
Bill Haney just threw a match into a room full of gasoline. He's now claiming he has audio recordings from a private phone call with Floyd Mayweather Jr. And according to Bill, Floyd didn't call to talk boxing. Floyd called because he needed help. The moment Bill hinted those recordings existed, the internet snapped into detective mode. Because if what Bill is implying is true, this isn't just another loud boxing beef. This is a former ally allegedly exposing a legend at his lowest point.
That's one of my.
You call for me.
Yeah. So I need to know. I called you. I've been reaching out to you to let you know. I ain't never had nothing against you. Where did me and you go wrong? When did me and you start having beef?
I don't know. I don't know how much do we have a beef.
But if you need some help, Floyd, I'm in the streets, and you the one that went missing.
And what makes this hit harder is that Bill was already on Floyd's neck before any phone call story even surfaced. When rumors about bankruptcy talk, fraud accusations, and legal drama started bouncing around online, Bill posted a video basically mocking Floyd. He didn't treat it like a rumor. He treated it like karma. Bill even suggested Floyd had left the country while controversy piled up behind him, then challenged him like a man calling someone out in public. Stop hiding, stop running, show your face, and deal with whatever storm you created.
Where you at, Floyd? Because I went on Fight Hype and you wasn't there. I checked my DMs, you wasn't there. Somebody called and told me 50 was looking for you.
Before the recordings angle went viral, Bill had already been dropping cryptic messages on social media like warning signs. He posted lines implying life is bigger than reckless spending, saying money that gets wasted on shiny things should be used to uplift people instead. His point was blunt. When the lights go off, the cars, diamonds, and mansions don't mean anything. Only the impact you left on real lives matters. Then he posted another message about tomorrow, like a reminder that consequences always come. A fan pressed him in the comments, asking why he was being vague and what he really meant. Bill responded with a clue that set everything off. PB is in a crazy situation. Bill calls Floyd PB, as in Pretty Boy, the old nickname Floyd had early in his career, and the fact he used that name made it feel personal, like insider talk.
PB that went missing, and did Fight Hype go to missing too? At Fight Hype. At Fight. Let's see. At Fight.
You brought the money up.
No, I said what we can do for our kids. I said what we
Bill,
can do
and
for our kids.
Bill,
my nigga.
I said the same thing.
Was
Bill,
I riding the
once
Rolls Royce before my son? Was I riding the Rolls Royce before my son?
Bill,
I
want to let you know something.
Nigga, knock it
Bill.
off, man. Don't nobody.
Listen.
I'm not gonna keep.
That Pretty Boy nickname isn't random either. Bill and Floyd go way back. Way before Devin Haney was even a real boxing story. That long familiarity is exactly why this alleged call feels believable to so many people. If Floyd was going to reach out to anyone quietly, it would be someone who knew him long before the fame became armor. According to Bill's version of the story, Floyd reached out requesting a huge loan, saying he was stuck because he couldn't access his money back home. Bill claims Floyd said federal pressure had led to blocked accounts, and that he couldn't pull funds like he normally could. And if you're listening to this like a movie plot, you're not alone. Because Bill is basically describing a situation where a man famous for flexing endless cash is suddenly asking another boxing father for millions.
Hype, Fight Hype. Where you at, Fight Hype? Where you at, Fight Hype? Look like Fight Hype then went out of business. Or are they in Dubai?
Bill, we not even on here talking about no money, Bill. Bill, we not even on here talking about no money. This ain't even about no money. This
You
about
brought the
me
money
talking
up.
About, who did?
You
You
did.
brought the money up. You talking about what you can do for a bit?
Bill goes further and frames it like this. Law enforcement raids and ongoing allegations created enough pressure that Floyd supposedly left the country, and investigators couldn't find him physically. So the next move, according to Bill, was financial restriction to force a return. Bill claims that while searching, agents allegedly found jewelry, suspicious paperwork, and other items that social media has been calling incriminating, while Floyd himself wasn't there. Bill then says Floyd tried to prove the account issue was real by sending screenshots and bank messages during the call. Messages Bill claims showed access was restricted until Floyd returned to the United States and addressed the situation. Bill says Floyd sounded stressed and told him, in simple terms, that the banks were basically saying, "Come back, handle it, then you can touch your money again."
Are they messing with Floyd? When they showed up on the scene with Floyd, did they go messing with him? Where's Hype? Where's Fight Hype at? Can we get a joint? Because I don't know. Is Fight Hype missing Floyd like we missing him?
And here's where Bill says the ask got even bigger. He claims Floyd didn't just want a little help. He wanted a loan in the millions to cover life overseas. Bill says Floyd explained he was moving with a small team, about 8 people, and that he was covering everything: food, lodging, transportation, and daily costs. Bill claims Floyd even talked about already booked luxury plans, yacht cruises and meetups, like he was trying to keep the lifestyle running on schedule. And the wild part is the role reversal. Bill reminds people that the last time they spoke, Floyd was the one offering help, asking Bill if he needed anything. Now, Bill claims, Floyd is the one calling with his back against the wall.
You know what time it is with me, man, and I'm gonna keep
What
pushing
time
this
is it with
family
you?
line, man.
What
welcome to
time?
the family.
Tell me.
It's the Haney business, and listen, it's gonna keep on continuing.
You need some help? You need some help with your son?
Have I ever needed your help for anything?
You need some
Have I
help with
ever
your
asked
son?
you for some?
That reversal hits even harder when you remember Bill and Floyd have not been cool lately. Bill previously went on an Instagram live session with Floyd and clowned him, openly trolling, taunting, and embarrassing him in front of thousands. Their tension wasn't new. It was overdue. They had been throwing shots for years from different corners, and the live session was the moment it finally turned into a face-to-face confrontation. No edits, no PR filter. Just raw ego and history colliding in real time.
Do not
You need some
campaign. Everybody needs. Listen, my son needs me today, tomorrow, and every day.
And guess what?
So does yours.
If he need me, I'm gonna be there for him.
On that live, they didn't argue about one thing. They argued about everything. Floyd's record. Devin Haney's reputation. The claim that Devin supposedly got the better of Floyd in sparring. The drama between the Haney camp and Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Even parenting and family image got dragged into it. And the emotional timing was bad, because Bill was already heated from recent events. Devin had just taken a shocking loss to Ryan Garcia at Brooklyn's Barclays Center, getting dropped by left hooks in the 7th, 10th, and 11th. So Bill wasn't exactly in a calm mood when he got on with Floyd.
I ever talked to Devin, I helped him. Devin, guess what? It was all total love. Period.
It don't sound like that.
It was. It was off love. Period.
It don't
And
sound
you
like
know
that.
And you know that. You know that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Now,
I don't
call-
think so, people.
Now you got my number. Call me direct so we can talk on the phone.
There's also history underneath all of it. Devin trained at the Mayweather Boxing Club for years and was mentored by Floyd for a long time, until Devin branched off to build his own path. During that same era, Floyd's promotional focus and public love seemed heavier on Tank Davis, another major star in the same general weight conversation. Since then, Bill has publicly criticized Floyd, claiming he doesn't do enough for struggling people in Las Vegas, and even saying Devin had achieved more by 25 than Floyd had at that age. Whether people agree or not, Bill has been consistent. He challenges Floyd's image outside the ring, not just his legacy inside it.
Well, I didn't lie about nothing. I didn't lie about anything. And me being a guy that came out of the streets to being a parent, to being a guy that's legitimate, that's not doing any crime in the streets, right? But actually going on live to tell the world.
So when Bill called Floyd PB on that live, it wasn't friendly nostalgia. It was a way of saying, I've known you before the myth. Bill opened with hostility, throwing insults, downplaying the famous 50-0 record, and repeatedly circling back to the sparring story. But Floyd, who's a master at verbal battles, didn't get emotional. He got sharp. He basically flipped the whole argument by separating gym stories from real fights, implying, if your son is undefeated in sparring, congratulations. But what matters is what happens under the lights when it's official.
I keep my ear connected to the street, and I'm sympathetic to everything that my people continue to go through every day in the streets, and him to manipulate it, to misinform the people as if I'm sensationalizing crime.
Then Bill tried to change the battlefield. He stopped talking about boxing records and asked a more personal question. What's your record in life? He pushed the idea that real respect comes from the streets, the community, and how people feel about you, not the numbers printed on a boxing poster. Floyd responded by saying his boxing success is his life success. He's undefeated in the ring, and he sees that as undefeated in life. But Bill wasn't buying that definition. He positioned himself like a representative of real life, basically saying that flashy boxing stats don't mean anything if the community doesn't respect you and if you're not doing anything meaningful for people.
Connected to the people, make people feel like that you are some superpower and God has only blessed you and only blessed you in a way that everyone else is not. And that is not the message that I wanted to give. He put me on there as if I was supposed to.
And whether you like Bill's approach or hate it, one thing is obvious. He truly acts like boxing results are only part of the story. Even after Devin's loss, Bill stayed loud and confident. Some people call that mental toughness, others call it denial or arrogance. But in that live conversation, Floyd eventually tried to cool things down, even offering support, saying if Devin ever needed him, he'd be there, and it would be love. There were moments of laughter toward the end, and Floyd even pushed for a private follow-up call. But the earlier tension wasn't fake, it was real, and it showed how much resentment had built up between them.
Going to be crying, or our head was going to be down, and we had just came out of an event like that. That Devin has helped change the trajectory of the Haney family and the way we look at everything, from education to finances to, you know what I mean, the time that we're able to spend with each other, our spiritual side. I mean, the Haneys are awake, and a big part of it is Devin Haney. And for him to come in and think that he was going to get some ahas.
Most people don't talk to Floyd like that publicly, but Floyd stayed in the conversation and kept pressing Bill to explain why he felt so wronged. Bill's answer was basically about contribution. Do something for the people, do something for the streets, or don't call yourself a legend. Bill also referenced a complaint that Floyd didn't contribute financially to a mutual friend's funeral, using that as proof, right or wrong, that Floyd doesn't show up when it matters. Floyd pushed back by saying he's proud he escaped street life, using family history as motivation to chase a better path. But then Bill turned it personal again, claiming he'd seen Floyd's kids in the streets, implying the money doesn't automatically protect a family from real-world consequences.
After your infamous meeting at the AKA Players Club, better known as Girl Collection, you had a public slander campaign against me. But don't worry, I'm focused. And I'm focused on, Floyd, what happened to your security? I mean, it looks like now you picked up a guy standing in front of the gas station, another guy at the car wash, one more guy at McDonald's.
Floyd responded with a hard truth. When kids become adults, you can't control them forever. If they won't listen, you eventually disconnect. Bill framed himself like he was trying to look out for the Mayweathers and hinted money doesn't always even support the children the way people assume. Floyd fired back that he has helped Devin and would help again in the future, then asked Bill a serious question about the direction of this relationship. Are we trying to push the kids to the next level, or are we trying to turn this into permanent war? That's the fork Floyd put on the table. Growth or conflict?
Yeah. Floyd was right. We still in the street. And we flipping birds.
And that brings us back to the reason this story is exploding now. Bill claims that same Floyd, the guy who used to call offering help, has now called asking for a massive loan because he can't access his money back home. Bill claims Floyd showed proof, explained restrictions, and asked for millions to keep everything moving overseas. Whether the internet believes every detail or not, the narrative is already viral. Bill Haney says he warned people PB was in a crazy situation. And now he's implying Floyd is living exactly that. And if Bill actually drops those recordings publicly, this won't stay boxing drama.